You want to start a business, you want to set up a holding company, an operating company, you want to get yourself some business credit, you want to learn how to run a business, you want to start your first online business. If you want to do that, and congratulations to you for being a person that wants more out of life, for being that person that's ready to sit down, do the work so your future can be brighter. I got something for you. Go below and enter into the Corporate Citizen Playbook, where we teach you all of that plus a lot more. Because you are not a normal, regular person. You want more out of life. You want to do more, you want to be more, you want to have more. And congratulations to you. So this link is below. Go ahead and check out this video, and then go ahead and enroll in the Corporate Citizen Playbook, where I teach you some things that you cannot Google. Can't Google it. Can't Google it at all. Let me tell you a little story. During the pandemic, I didn't have any American Express cards. But after the pandemic and things started to open up, then I went ahead and re-entered the American Express platform. And I had American Express Platinum cards before, but I just went ahead and closed them all. Let's go back to 2021. In 2021, this is when I started to rebuild my relationship with American Express. And literally, I got to the point where I got up to $1 million in business credit in 1 year. This is my bank, right? This is where I keep all of my credit cards, right? Got a lot of credit cards. Right? So at the moment, this is one of the things that I love about American Express. When you use American Express, and hear me on this, you have to use the cards, then you have to pay them off. The more that you use them and the more that you pay them off, the more American Express will give you. Now I'm in the process of reshuffling my cards because I have some cards that I don't need. But in my wallet at the moment, I have 1 American Express, 2 American Express, 3 American Express, 4, American Express credit cards. On 2 of these American Express cards, 2, right? Doesn't really reflect that well. But this is $100,000 in pay over time credit. And with these 2, there is about $125,000 in pay over time credit. So I'm walking around with $225,000 worth of business credit in my wallet. And this is where we talk about using a bank, using a business to create your own bank. Now, there's a lot of YouTubers out here who make really good videos talking about the things that they need to do, that they can do to go ahead and to get the best reward credit cards, to get the best rewards out of credit cards, and all of these other things. Now, with American Express, that doesn't work in terms of getting usage. Give you an example. I recently canceled 2 American Express cards. Both cards were reward cards. And typically with American Express, when you cancel reward cards, they typically claw back the benefits. But because I use American Express a lot, they didn't claw back the benefits, and they just kept on giving me more and more credit. I want you to think, to go from nothing with American Express to $1 million in business credit in 1 year is pretty remarkable. And that's not the only business credit that I have. And the key operating here is business credit. When you have a real business and you're doing these things, this can open up an incredible amount of opportunities for you to create your own bank. Now, this is what I called my bank, right? This is a massive level of credit cards that I have in my bank, right? So essentially, and that wasn't the only business credit cards I had. I've got some more business credit cards. I have about 225,000 with Truist, and I have these Truist credit cards here. Now, these are my backup credit cards. If I go somewhere that doesn't take American Express, then boom, I pull out these. So actually, I'm walking around with pretty much almost $300,000 in business credit, which is a lot of business credit. And I want to talk to you why you want to get a lot of business credit and why you want to go ahead and set yourself up for your business credit. One of the things that you want to do is to have a lot of business credit, because essentially this gets into you creating your own bank. Now, what do I mean by bank? A lot of these credit cards are pretty new, so I have 0% interest on a lot of them. So what this means is I have access to a lot of capital that I don't immediately have to pay it back off, because essentially I have 550,000 just with American Express. And then when we go ahead with Truist, that's about 250. So that's 600, that's $800,000 just between those two banks. And then I have a line of credit with PNC, and I have multiple credit cards for PNC. So essentially, let me go ahead and walk you through this scenario and why you want to have a lot of business credit. You want to have more business credit than you actually need. I'll explain something that I'm getting ready to do. I'm in the process of revamping my business, and I'm going to start running ads. Now, typically, you need a lot of money to run ads. Like, you hear people like, hey, you can make a lot of money running $5 a day ads. Let me explain to you what I have to do to run ads. Number one, I have to go ahead and put up my creative and then work through the process of making sure that people are responding to my creative. Then I have to get my metrics together, and then I have to spend a lot. Because here's the thing. If you want to get a lot of people into your program with spending ads, once again, you're looking at spending $25,000 to $30,000 per month. $25,000 to $30,000 per month. So $30,000 per month times 12 is $360,000. So you want to have enough money to go ahead and start your ad campaign and to keep it going, because typically, depending on how you have it set up and depending on how people enter it and depending upon your process, you could be in a position where you have people who are coming into your ad campaign where it may take them 30 days to buy something. So let's go ahead and say, if this is your process where you have an ad campaign that's going on and it takes 30 days for them to buy, then you don't get paid for 30 days, right? Then there's the next 30 days, which is 60,000. And then another 30 days is 90. So essentially, if you're going to start running robust and rigorous ads, you need $90,000 on the hand, which I have. And this is the card I'm going to run the ads on initially. This is the card, the American Express. Now, why am I going to run the ads on the American Express? Because the American Express gives you 4x points for ad spending. So I'm in a position already with my ad budget in campaign. I have a budget where I can spend money and I can keep spending money whether I make sales. I can spend $90,000, and let's say I had an incredibly complicated ad campaign set up where it took people 3 months to pay me. Well, guess what? Because I have built my bank, I have a lot of business credit, then I can go ahead and spend that money, make minimum payments until the money starts rolling in, and then pay off the credit cards. Because essentially, you gotta have a business. You gotta have cash flow. You have to have business bank statements. These are the things that you need to build your bank. So I'm sitting on close to $2 million worth of business credit between my, well, not close to about 1.8 in business credit and about 800,000 in personal credit. But here's the thing. I don't use my personal credit. I only use my personal credit to put up a profile to get into the business credit. And this is one of the things that so many people really mess up, because personally, you shouldn't have a whole bunch of personal credit. You should have business credit, because this is one of the things that's going to make sure that you're in a position to run your business, to have yourself set up for you to go ahead and to make a lot of money with your business, and also be in a position where you can go ahead and do the things that you need to do to get your business running, get your business set up, to get your business stratified. And this is what happens, because essentially, because I have $1.8 million in business credit, I am pretty much set up to run any business scenario that I want to, because I am set up. I am set up for business because I built the bank, because I went ahead and set it up, and I got the bank built where I can go ahead and do many business things, many business activities, because I am set up. And this is why you need to have a real business that has real cash flow, that does things so you can be set up to make money with your business, utilizing business credit, and have yourself set up. Because once again, and this is something I'll be talking about in the future, so be sure to subscribe, be sure to hit the bell notification button, because you don't want to miss these videos, because this is going to be the beginning of setting up yourself to do things in an incredible manner. Because essentially, when you have a lot of business credit, and once again, the goal is to have way more business credit than you need, versus just kind of getting some business credit, then going out and then putting all your spend on your business credit and not giving yourself allowances. Because I have a bank, I have a lot of business credit that I can utilize to go ahead and to build and to create my business. But once again, it starts with the business. It always starts with the business, because if it doesn't start with the business and with cash flow and having yourself set up where you can go ahead and do the things that you need to do to run your business and have adequate cash flow. And this is one of the things, because I have a bank, I have a lot of backup cash flow in case I make a mistake with my business or I run into some errors. And here's the thing, I'm not in the position where I have to pay it all back at once. I can pay over time if I'm going ahead and I put myself in that position where I need to have a little bit more time to go ahead and to build my business and to set myself up. So this is one of the reasons, and we'll be talking about this. Now, this is one of the things that we'll be talking about in the Mega Cash Flow course. The link should be running by there. And you want to get into it because we're going to be talking about how to first build your personal credit, then how to build your business credit, and then to set yourself up for future credit usage. So once again, be sure to go below, get into the business credit course, and I will see you guys in the next one.